Hello, so I wanted to record a back care class. I know it's an area that many of you struggle with. This is going to focus on the lower back more. Please listen to your body. We're all different, so some of the postures may suit you really well and others may not. So please listen. You are your best guide and teacher, so remember that. You will need a yoga block. If you don't have a block, you can use maybe a hard container or a big book. And I would encourage you also to have a yoga belt, but this also can be a cord of some kind, a belt, something like that. So have those to hand and we will get going. So I'm going to get you to start in child's pose. Now, if you need a little bit of support as you come into child's pose, then please have some pillows or some blankets in front of you, or maybe you might be wanting to sit back on a pillow or blanket. We're going to start to walk our hands down. You can also use your block for your head, and we're going to stretch the arms long. So our forehead is resting down, maybe on support, maybe on the ground. And you're sitting back towards your heels. Now I like my knees wide, big toes together. You may prefer your knees closer together. And as you inhale and exhale, let's just start to bring our awareness to our third eye point. So this is the point in the middle of the forehead, known as the third eye chakra. And it's our natural point of intuition. So we all have that inner intuition, that inner guidance. That's what's going to help you through your class as well, to listen, notice how your body feels and to make any adaptations. So as we bring awareness to this point, I'd like you to start to draw your breath in and out of this third eye point. So you're inhaling through the nose, but the awareness is on that third eye point. You're drawing the breath all the way down to the lower spine. And then as you exhale, releasing the breath back through the back. Lower spine, middle of the back, the upper back, and out through the forehead. We're just going to take a few breaths in this way. Taking one more full round of breath. We're then going to release the forehead back up and take a walk over to your right side. So bring your left hand on top of your right and drop your forehead back down. So you're now getting a lovely side stretch in that left side of the body. Again, you make any adaptations you may need. And now let the breath travel up and down that left side. If for some reason this doesn't feel okay, you can ease out a little, come back more to that center point, or simply come back to your child's pose. It's important to hold the poses. When we hold, we're able to venture deeper into those tight muscles, using our breath to help releasing that tightness, that tension, maybe that stress that you're carrying. So very slowly, we're going to lift the head back up. And we're going to take a walk over to our left side. Right hand on top of the left now and drop that forehead back down. So you can feel the stretch along the right side of the body. And if for some reason it doesn't feel okay to stay on the knees, you can also do this from a seated position with the legs wide, walking over to one leg and the other. Lifting off the forehead, coming back to centre now. Let's come to table. So we bring our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. We're going to do our cat-cow breath. So as we inhale, we dip into the belly like you're dropping the belly down towards your mat, and your gaze comes to look upwards. As you exhale, you start to roll the spine up towards the ceiling. You tuck in the chin, creating that arch along the spine. We're going to take a few breaths here. So remember that inhale. It's very slow, dropping the belly, sending the gaze upwards. Pulling the shoulders away from the ears. And then that exhale, rolling the spine. I prefer to keep my eyes closed. I can then feel into my body a little better. The outer world is not distracting me. And of course, you decide what feels better today. Keep that awareness on the breath and the movement of the spine. Take one more here. And then make your way back to centre when you're ready. Just shift your hands slightly further forward, kind of one hand width forward. And then let's just start to draw a circle with the body. So you sit back towards your right heel, and then you move over to your left heel. You move towards your left wrist, and then your right wrist. Our movement is slow. Again, maybe it feels better just to close the eyes. Noticing, feeling that movement. If you've any discomfort in your knees, you can bring the knees onto a rolled up yoga mat, a small pillow or blanket. And then reverse that circle. And just noticing, just feeling, maybe even pausing. Any points that need that focus, that release. And then coming back to centre. Take a walk now towards your knees. We are going to lie down on our back. Be careful coming down onto your back, so really keep those knees bent as you roll back. Keep your hands down, maybe you can bring your hands into your lower back, so you ease down with care. Keep your block handy, keep your strap handy as well. We're going to take a bend into the legs, so our feet are on our yoga mat, and we just make sure that we can touch our heels with our fingertips. Our arms are long, we tuck in the chin, so there's no strain in the back of the neck. So keeping the arms soft and relaxed alongside you. We're going to take an inhale and we're going to start to roll our spine away from our yoga mat. So we're going to push up, hold at the top. And then we're going to exhale and roll the spine back down. And we're going to do that movement 2 more times. It's a slow, slow movement, tucking the tailbone first, away from the yoga mat. Pushing up through the middle spine, upper spine, holding at the top. Squeeze into the glutes. And it's that exhale that slowly, slowly brings you back down. Again, working through the spine. Slow and controlled. So we're going to do that one more time. Make sure the fingers are soft, there's no clenching, there's no grasping. You're pushing up, you're holding at the top. Making sure you're breathing all the way into your belly. And then on your next exhale, slowly, slowly start to peel your spine back down to your mat. So we're going to work a little into our hip joint. Quite often the hip is associated with discomfort in our lower back if our hips are tight.